Hi guys. Try and ignore the noise in the background. That's someone else doing DIY now. Over the back. That's all we're going to have through the summer. Is DIY this side mainly. And over the back. And of course, me. Anyway, welcome to the vlog. What day is it today? Tuesday. Not that the days matter, my days blur. I solved the problem with those bits that come down like that, up there. I just screwed in pieces of wood in the end, so I didn't even use the rivets I put in there, so I never used them. So I just screwed in these pieces of wood. I'll get you a closer view with the phone or something. Yeah. So what I need to do next is I need to get some what they called ties and get this up here all along. That's why I left a gap here so that I could go up under it like that, and then I can get the tongue and groove. I might get some tongue and groove just to put it up to at least this point. Same with the other side. I'll leave the middle because I don't know. I still haven't decided on if I'm putting a roof fan in or not. But I am just so curious to see if the tongue and groove is going to go down here like I'm trying to plan for. Because then I know that it's going to look quite tidy and not a complete amateur job. Still haven't got my windows. Those really are going to be the major next thing. Yeah, my power system I'm going to go for is simple. I'm going for the Blue Yeti setup with the B2B power thing, Power 2, whatever it's called, Charger 2. That's my intention, the goal. But as you know, it's really expensive. For that and the Power Elite 300, I think it comes to about £2,000. That's a lot of money. I mean, the van would cost £8,000. See what I mean? And just for the power system, £2,000. Never mind all this stuff. It really adds up, doesn't it? It's more expensive than people say, isn't it? But yeah, that's about all I can catch you up on at the moment. I still haven't got the flooring down. I do need to get that down so I can start framing the floor out. You know, where the bed's going to be and the cabinets that I'm putting over there, and the seating would be nice. The ceiling I'm not too fussed about, even though, like I said, it would be nice to see if my plan works with that edging, you know, the way it goes down. To at least here, you know, be something, wouldn't it? Won't look like too much of an amateur, but I don't know. Or at least put it here and then straight here because of the cabinets. I don't know. It's all new to me. Didn't put cabinets in my last van. It was a low top, wasn't it? Yeah. I like this. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hi guys. Oop, I bet you're wondering why I've once again taken out. Oh god, see the size of that bee. Oh no. Hang on a minute guys, I've got to open the back door. Try and let that bee out. Oh. Did it go? Ooh. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. It's alright, I can hear buzzing. Yeah, I've taken out the bulkhead again. So I wanted a straighter bulkhead. That one sort of was all different angles. It was very messy, and I was losing a lot of room. So I thought, just remove it, build my own bulkhead. So that's the plan. I'll have a backsplash, 4 foot, so that'll come up to about here, and the countertop's 3 foot. He's back in again. Oh. Get out! What? Why? Oh. Yeah, so 3 foot. And also the depth, I'm making 50 centimeters, that's 500 millimeters, rather than 60. Most cupboards are 60 centimeters, but that comes out obviously 10 inches more. Is it 10 inches? I don't know. 10 centimeters more anyway. And just seems a bit too big. So 50 I'm going for. Gives me more room. I think the seat was going to be 50 as well, so might as well keep it all uniform. But then again, it might be less than 50 once. If you go from here, it's going to be sticking out more than 50, which is from down there to that line. So either way, it's going to come out more, isn't it, than what I want it to. So like a no win-win, isn't it? Because of all this, I mean, that's in about 3 inches, 4 inches. So it is going to come out further than I'd like, but I'm still going to keep it at 50, because then it'd be right out here. So this side 50, so it's only going to come to about here. And I'll have a little seating area there. Easy peasy. Anyway, still waiting on materials. So I think there's not a lot more I can do at the moment, because that's going to be plywood going across there, 12 mil maybe. So it's going to be like a wall all the way across, and then I'll just try and make it fit. My problem, because I'm not a carpenter or builder, is how do I secure that along there so it's, you know, so it's sturdy. Can't just you know, wedge it up, can I? Surely I've got to secure it to something. I put a piece of wood along there thinking I could use that, but it's not straight, it's on an angle like that. Well, like that. Maybe I can't really. Well, I could put it to the pillars if I bring the wood out. Bring it out about 3 inches and then secure a batten there. I really don't know. Can't take it to the ceiling because I don't know what I'm doing up there yet. I hopefully would like to put a cabinet across there. So a cupboard, L-shaped cupboard, cabinets, cooker and sink. Yeah. I've got to stop doing that. I got that from what's his name? Wrecker Rick, YouTuber in America. Yeah, I keep watching Wrecker Rick, and that's what he keeps doing. It's it's been programmed into me now. So I've got to try and stop doing that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in a minute. I know my minutes seem to be a day. That's because there's not a lot going on, really. I'm really sorry about that, but it's because of materials and stuff. Otherwise I would be cracking on, as you know. Anyway, back in a minute. Hi guys, it's a new day, as you'd expect. When I say I'm back in a minute, it means a day, but in this case about 2 or 3 days have gone by, because there's really not a lot for me to do and I've got no materials. I've potted about doing little things, like putting a bracket down there on the floor, which I regret because the screws are too bulky on it. I think you'll see it underneath the rubber, but I think a cabinet's going on top of there anyway. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to clarify what I meant when I said that none of these holes line up. Now, if you recall, I showed you a technique. I knew there'd be one still in the wall somewhere. Give me a sec. Well, I use these to mark the back of the wood, and I still stand by this method. But what was happening with me is, at the time I was using this drill and the little battery on it. This drill with the little battery is 4 years old. I used it on my very first van build about 4 years ago. So, not thinking, I'm just assuming that it's going to work just as good today. Well, it doesn't, because what's happening is, I just want to get rid of this because I'm holding it. What happens is the battery's basically knackered on it. So what was happening was, I was drilling the holes on the wood where it was marked, and not only was the drill bit drifting, because I'm crap at using these tools, and also because the drill bit itself was spinning, but it wasn't spinning very fast. Not that I could compare it to anything at the time. So it was drilling the holes, but it was moving away from the mark very slightly, and also I wasn't able to keep it level and that because my wrists and joints aren't good. So there was a few factors why the holes were out of line, but I stand by the method. I mean, it's got to work, innit? I mean, you've marked it. It marks it, so it's got to work, innit? But I think it was just this. But when I switched over to the new drill with the battery, it's got a drill bit there. When I switched over to the new drill, that's when I realised this was spinning a lot faster and had a lot more control over the power of it. It was a lot more powerful. yeah, I'm still getting drift on it a little bit, but that's because I'm just crap at using this stuff. And it's just something to be aware of with these things. You don't really notice it at the time, but it does drift, moves, and I think that's why you see some people putting this tape over things when they're drilling it. It's not just so much to stop it splintering. It's also to help grip, I think, the actual blade rather than it's sliding on the surface. So there you go. If I was starting this build from scratch, which it basically is from near enough still scratch, isn't it? But what I'm saying is, what I should have done is I should have invested in a good drill and not use that 4-year-old one with a 4-year-old battery that's depleted. Honestly, when I was drilling into these metals and stuff, sorry, the wood, I was drilling about maybe 4 holes, and then I had to charge it. So every 4th hole I had to go and charge the battery. Pain in the bum. Where with this lasts ages. I haven't got the battery on at the moment, but this was a lot better. So yeah, investing in a decent drill at least, because it will pay dividends, and you can probably use it throughout the whole build. So it's worth getting yourself a decent drill. I mean, this is Ryobi or whatever they're called. I'm not sponsored, unfortunately. Wish I was sponsored, because I'd ask for a lot more than a drill. But yeah, yeah, just get yourself some decent tools. You don't have to go mad. I bought this part of a kit. Came with the impact drill as well, which is another thing. When I was drilling, do you remember when I was drilling these into these beams? It was a killer. But with that impact drill, when I'm screwing in the self-tapping screw with an impact drill, goes in like butter. It's a lot better. When I did these odd bits, in these bits, it went in so easy with the impact drill. See, again, the tools, it's worth getting a couple of the right tools. So impact drill those in really easy. I did get the cordless what's it called, jigsaw. I didn't need to get the cordless jigsaw because I have got a corded one, but taking the wire in and out the house, the cord, the extension cord, was becoming a bit of a pain in the arse. And when Neil comes to do these windows, I thought maybe he'd like a cordless jigsaw to do it with. It's a heavier than the other, weight-wise it's heavier than the corded jigsaw. So maybe he'll want to use the corded one, I don't know. That's all yet to come. Fun and games. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. You'd think it'd be common sense to get yourself a decent drill, but I didn't do it. I thought that drill was good. And like I said, because I didn't have a comparison, and it was the spinning, I thought that was alright, but really it wasn't. You want a nice, powerful drill. I know it costs money, but you can get it on Amazon payments. Sometimes it's on Amazon payments where you can pay it off monthly, so it's like a tenner a month or 5 months or something stupid. So you could probably do it that way. I think that's what I did with these ones. This is on an Amazon 5 monthly payment thing, so it brings it down to about a tenner a month for the pair. Plus you can pay it up early if you want. Yeah. Oh, I was going to do that click, wasn't I? That. I really got to try and get out the habit of doing that. That's Rick. That is. He does what he does all the time. Got into my head. Stop it. Anyway, I'm going to say back in a minute, but it'll probably be back in a few days. Because honestly, I've got no materials and I'm finding it hard to do things. in the van. I mean, I just destroyed a whole bulkhead, for example, because I had nothing to do. Nah, I just took the bulkhead out, but you get the idea. Yeah. Oh, I was going to do it again. Oh my God. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah. Oh dear.